Now, welcome back to my channel. Today, what we're going to be having a look at is some riding tips. Okay, now I'm not going to pretend I'm the world's greatest expert at riding, but I have got experience on the road, which has come over many years. So we're talking 31 years experience riding on the road now, since the age of 16. So the tips I'm giving you here, don't take them as gospel, but just take them as things that I've learned from experience over the years that I think would be really useful for you as we head into the autumn and winter period of the wonderful British year. Now, autumn, especially around this area in Sussex and Surrey, well, what can I say? The leaves turn to a fiery gold, and the mists they roll off the downs at dawn, and the air smells faintly of bonfires and damp tarmac. It's beautiful, but it's also dangerous, very dangerous. Throw in Surrey's twisty lanes and Kent's cheeky side roads, and you've got a season that, well, you've got a season where a ride should be 20 minutes can turn into a full-on survival exercise. But don't panic. With a bit of preparation, the southeast can be, well, it can be stunning on two wheels, even when the mercury drops and the temperature goes down, and the drizzle, well, that becomes a permanent companion. Anyway, let's have a closer look and see what's going on. First off, my first tip would be layer up and layer smart. Okay. First things first. You'll hear it absolutely all the time, but it bears repeating. Cold hands and cold feet, they make you slow, they make you sloppy, and they make you bloody miserable. Thermal liners for your jacket. So on the inside of here, I've got it out at the moment, but you've got thermal liners in your jacket, and thermal liners in your trousers. They're a must. Get a decent waterproof shell too. Okay, I mean, if you want, don't have to go full on waterproof. This kind of stuff. This is why there's a Recon jacket and the Core Adventure trousers I'm wearing now. As you've seen from my previous reviews, they're absolutely brilliant all-weather kit. And gloves. I'm not talking lightweight summer gloves here. I'm not talking that at all. What I'm talking about is looks for something with insulation and windproofing. Okay, but flexible enough to operate controls practically. Heated grips are a dream too, especially in November, and don't underestimate that thermal socks inside your waterproof boots, the good they can do. A balaclava underneath your helmet too, or a snood. They're simple but a very effective addition. You'll thank me when you're riding through Surrey Hills on a 5-degree morning. But if you're thinking about it, you don't even need to really shell out that much on gloves. For example, my winter gloves here, look, you don't need these straight away, but I've got the Kaiser 501 shorty gloves here. Obviously battery powered for heating. Worth considering if you've got the budget. Also worth considering things like these. These are battery powered heated inner gloves, so you could wear them within your more narrow gloves. Look, here you go. Worth a try, and also handy for afterwards for walking the dog. You've got those to consider, and also consider kit like this. If you can stretch to it. This I'll do something on a bit later in a bit more detail. But this is a thermal body warmer from Case. Okay, and it just simply wires in from in here, wires onto your motorcycle battery. You've got a nice toasty vest as well, electric warm vest. Not cheap, but a worthy thing to consider. But one of my top tips, if you don't want to do all that, is just consider when you go to the petrol station, those little plastic gloves you get for filling up diesel, those can be absolutely fantastic in winter to act as a little barrier against the wet and the cold, because nothing's worse when you get the end of your fingers, they feel all cold and horrible, and you feel like the end of your fingers are exploding. Those little gloves, just two pairs of those on underneath, might get a bit sweaty, but it stops that cold getting through, and it's free. That's one thing worth bearing in mind. Anyway, yeah, kit up properly, make sure you've got the right amount of layers on, thermal underlays. I mean, if you're a ski, you can get all that sort of stuff as well. Ski thermal underlays for when it gets really cold. But it's really worth considering that, because the most important thing is be comfortable. My boots at the moment, I've got some Oxford Nexus waterproof boots. They're sports boots, but they are. I don't think I can get them from. Hold on, let me take one of them off. They are. They're sports boots, but they are 100% double AAC rated, so they're as safe as you can get. They're waterproof, they're warm, and they'll still do the trick in summer as well. So these are worth considering too. So making sure you kit up right. Anyway, let's head off. Let's get out on the bike and let's have a look at what it's like out there on the roads.
Tip 2. Lights, vision and visibility. Autumn and winter in Sussex and Kent, well, the South East in general, mean early evenings and frequent grey skies. Visibility is king. Always run with your lights on, even in daylight. It's surprising how many drivers don't see a bike until it's too late. Clear anti-fog visors are essential. Seriously, nothing ruins a twisty road experience like wiping condensation off a visor every 100 yards while trying not to crash into a hedge. Some riders swear by pin lock inserts. They're worth every penny. There are other brands available too. Reflective patches on jackets and panniers are a must. And don't forget the low sun. In autumn and winter, sunrise and sunset are brutal for riders and drivers alike. South-facing bends or straight stretches in the southeast can turn into a temporary solar flare. A tinted visor or drop-down sun visor helps, but the real trick is anticipating dazzled drivers. Leave extra space, ride defensively, and slow down if the sun is low and blinding. The third tip, mind the grip. Well, that's a real challenge. Leaves, rain, and when it gets more into winter, frost. Surrey's leafy lanes are picturesque in autumn, but wet leaves are slipperier than ice on a winter's morning. Approach corners cautiously, brake early, and keep your weight balanced. Potholes and grit hide under leaves like ninjas waiting to ruin your day. Scanning ahead is essential. Coastal roads add another element, salt and sand. After any frost or heavy rain, expect gritty patches on corners and junctions, especially near car parks or bridges. My fourth tip is about braking and cornering. Grip isn't just about what's under your tyres, it's about how you use them. Smooth throttle control, progressive braking and avoiding sudden lane changes are your best friends. Sussex lanes are notorious for tight corners and sudden dips. Think country back roads around Haywards Heath or climbs around Box Hill. So the tip is slow in, accelerate gently out. Treat black ice or frost in shaded areas with extreme suspicion. Even if the rest of the road is fine, those patches can and will catch you cold. My fifth tip is mind the weather. Fog, drizzle and sudden showers are all part of the deal in autumn and winter. Foggy mornings in the downs can reduce visibility to a few metres, so the tip is slow down, increase following distance and use your horn or lights to announce your presence. Rain reduces tyre grip obviously, especially on painted lines, manhole covers and steel bridge gratings. Treat these like ice. And if you hit hail, don't argue with it, slow down and find shelter. So my sixth tip is moving on to the bike itself, fuel, fluids and tech checks. Now, cold mornings mean your bike takes longer to warm up. Check your tyre pressures, brake fluid and chain tension regularly. Changes in temperature can affect performance. Keep your battery healthy as cold saps charge faster, and always top up on fuel. You don't want to be stranded on a foggy lane outside East Grinstead because you misjudged the range. Finally, tip 7, and that's the mental approach. It's all in your head. Winter riding is as much mental as it is physical. Expect delays, expect unexpected hazards and ride like the roads are alive. Be patient with slower traffic and don't let frustration push you into a rash manoeuvre. Focus on smooth inputs, watch your surroundings and respect the season. The southeast may be crowded with commuters and countryside traffic, but it also rewards attentive riders with breathtaking scenery and crisp fresh air. Autumn and winter in the southeast are not excuses to stay home. There are opportunities to ride differently, more cautiously and smarter. Embrace the season and respect the hazards, and your two-wheel adventures can be as thrilling as a summer blast minus the sunburn. So, ride safe, ride smart, and keep an eye out for road leaves, frost patches and that infernal low sun. It's more dangerous than you think. Keep riding, guys, stay safe out there and have a safe winter. Take care. Bye.